Tonight, a new chapter in ABC 15's dishonorable investigation. It's about secrecy, and here's why it's so important.
The judiciary is the only branch that could take money from you, take your kids from you, take your house from you, take your liberty from you, put you in jail, and even kill you. You would think we would demand transparency with such a system.
Even greater transparency than everywhere else.
Absolutely. It's probably the most powerful branch of government, and yet the most secret.
That's one of the nation's top public records experts talking with our chief investigator, Dave Biskobing. They're talking about how Arizona investigates and disciplines judges. It's a system that operates under its own set of rules, one that isn't required to follow public record or meeting laws, meaning there's almost no transparency or public accountability.
We've all heard the saying, justice is blind. Well, so is the public when the state investigates judges. And this judge and her case is proof. Maricopa County Superior Court Judge Erin Otis presided over serious criminal cases, including death penalty trials. We exposed she and her staff frequently mocked and ridiculed people during hearings. And we obtained the cruel, racial, and obscene jokes and memes sent about defendants, attorneys, jurors, witnesses. No one was off limits. But a 2019 judicial complaint against Otis was dismissed.
She gets a private written warning letter. Her name isn't even put into the public record. And I just can't help to think to myself, that's not right. The public deserves to know that. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. I mean, we get that kind of information about police officers who go awry, firefighters, teachers, professors, you name it. We have the opportunity to see when our public employees do bad things, as we should. So why doesn't this apply to judges as well? In fact, if anybody, should apply it to them more than anybody.
David Coulier, president of the National Freedom of Information Coalition and Arizona professor. The government body we're talking about, the Arizona Commission on Judicial Conduct. The commission investigates and disciplines judges, and it operates under special rules for the state's court system.
They're not subject to the state public records law pretty much at all. They make up their own rules.
And commission rules say most of their work is confidential. Correspondence, draft documents, computer records, investigative reports, all secret. Now, in sustained cases, mostly reprimands and censures, the judges are named, and there are some records and findings posted online. But in dismissed cases, like with Otis, all identifying information about people and courts are redacted.
I just wonder, is the public disadvantaged? Is this hurting the public?
Well, it does, and not only hurts the public, it hurts the judiciary, it hurts the courts, because these are the stories that are going to continue to come out as long as they can operate in secrecy. Secrecy breeds corruption.
Experts say the conduct in Judge Otis's courtroom was, quote, astonishing and horrific. In this email chain, Judge Otis and her bailiff exchanged messages and this photo about a defense attorney's appearance. And in this one, sent during a death penalty trial, courtroom staff sent Otis emails comparing the defendant's family to cannibalistic hillbillies. But again, the whole complaint was dismissed, and we don't know why.
Chrissy, come here. I got a picture.
There's some irony and hypocrisy in the commission's rules. Now, while almost all of their work is confidential, the rules also give the commission discretion to release more information if they feel it's in the interest of justice or the public. So in other words, it's secret, unless they don't want it to be. So back in January, we sent a letter asking them to provide more documents and information to help the public better understand their decision in the Otis case. And in return, they sent us this official order, a denial, saying our request, quote, failed to establish good cause that such additional discretionary disclosure was in the interests of justice. What does that line say to you?
Well, that we're supposed to trust that they're being honest with us, and but we can't tell. Now, maybe they're acting in good faith, but maybe they aren't, and we'll never know.
But one thing we do know, the number of complaints handled by the commission. So ABC 15 created a spreadsheet of those numbers. 2006 to 2020, 15 years. The number of sustained complaints? 150, where judges are publicly named. The number dismissed and therefore kept secret? 5,221. That's 97.2% of complaints dismissed. Commission members have declined our interview requests. Now, in most cases, when public officials decline to talk, we catch up with them at public meetings.
But the commission doesn't have public meetings. They're also exempt from state open meeting laws. So we don't know how often they meet, when, and there's no public record of their votes.
Well, it makes you wonder if they're hiding something. And even if they aren't, the fact they're acting this way is going to lead to that suspicion from the public.
The chair of the commission sent us a 3-page letter with responses to the issues we raised in this report. We've posted the whole letter online, and regarding the 97.2% of complaints dismissed, quote, a substantial percentage of cases received and processed every year by the commission are, at their core, disagreements with legal rulings. The commission lacks jurisdiction to overturn, amend, or remand a judicial officer's ruling. The commission also defended its level of transparency. Quote, Arizona has one of the most transparent websites among judicial conduct commissions. We are one of the few states to post all complaints to our website with varying levels of redactions. And here's how the redacted complaint begins in the Otis case, where her name is scrubbed from the public record. On or about blank, an employee of the clerk's office, blank, who served in the role of courtroom clerk to the Honorable blank from late blank until blank.
It is ridiculous. And we're never going to have public accountability of the courts until that changes.
I'm investigator Dave Biskobing, ABC 15, Arizona.